Hi there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the 4th episode of NFW Plays Smackdown v Raw 2007 GM Mode. I'm Richy Delight, and I'm here with Andre Soares, and we are back at episode 4. So the last time...
Have you noticed I always interrupt you when you say, and this is Andre Soares, and I just go, hello, just putting it in your place.
So the last time, Andre pressed too early, but we're going to recap just
what else is new? Anyway, yes, so I did have an amazing pre-show where I had Lita versus Tori Wilson versus Trish Stratus, and Lita won to become the the number 1 contender for the Women's Championship. That was interesting. We also had Chris Masters beating Mick Foley. That was a very, very good match for a pre-show main event. Then we had a triple threat match between William Regal, Kane and Ric Flair. Now, my original thought is to give Kane the chance to fight for the Intercontinental Championship, so we'll see about that. We'll see whether I'll be able to allow Kane to get to that, because this is my go-home show, right? This is my go-home show, and then I have Backlash, so I need to prepare these things. Then on the second match, we had JBL trying to build himself up again with a big victory over Rob Van Dam. Then we had Randy Orton versus John Cena. Randy Orton accompanied with Edge in a very good match. Randy Orton beat John Cena. Then a handicap where Daivari and the Great Khali beat the Big Show. Sorry, I always smile when I see Daivari win. Then I
don't think it means Daivari won. I think it just means that
he got the pin. That's how I want to book it. That's how I want to believe it. He actually got the pin and only used 1 foot. That's how he got his pin. Then we had Carlito with an upset victory over the WWE Champion. Carlito beating Batista in a singles match. And then the main event was the Intercontinental Championship on the line in a tables match. Matt Hardy was able to overcome Edge and retain his Intercontinental Championship.
And last time out, I had on the pre-show, I had Chavo, Gregory Helms, not looking about ratings, just looking about getting the guys out there. The Mexicals defeated Eminem in tag team action. Shelton Benjamin picking up a big victory over Umaga with Mickie James. Undertaker defeating Bobby Lashley in a rematch from last week in a backstage brawl. Ken Kennedy and Booker T have become the new number 1 contenders for the US title with a big victory over Finlay and the Boogeyman in an impromptu tag match. Snitsky picking up a massive victory over Rey Mysterio, and Shawn Michaels now getting his 3rd title match in 1 month. So now we're just going to have a look at the power rating, see how that's working out, see who's got that edge. And it's still gone to SmackDown with 4 in
what do you mean steal?
4 in the top 5, technically.
What do you mean steal? It's the first time you have one wrestler as your first place. Well,
I don't know, but
the first one
there's
doesn't
4
count.
in every one. 4 in every one there. Right, here we go. We're going to kick things off because we got the go-home show coming up for Backlash. I've got to try and hit something big.
Yeah.
Got to try and go for a big show to match. So, rivalries. Let's set another one up. Let's go number 1 contender. Let's set up Shelton Benjamin against Umaga. Because SmackDown is the land of opportunity. That's what we're talking about.
Shelton Benjamin versus Umaga.
And the rivalry got a big thumbs up, Mysterio Snitsky, because it was not fault. So the main event, we're going to kick with a World Heavyweight Championship match. And let's go for a submission between Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels. Not Michaels' best match, but Kurt's the champ, he gets the treat. Now we're going to have a rematch from last week. We're going to have Rey Mysterio v Snitsky, but Snitsky got a bit worried after last time. He's called in some backup. That's right, Mickie James has got a new client.
Oh, that's interesting.
Whoops, not
psychosis. Are you sure?
What's going on? There we go. Rey Mysterio. Right, then we're gonna keep that rivalry going. It's gonna be Umaga v Shelton Benjamin, and do you know what? Benjamin was on his way to the arena, and he's just been manhandled by Umaga, and it's turning into a match. Let's not have that there, because Benjamin's a professional. I would assume he'd turn up fairly early. Then we're gonna go with the tag team to get all the cruiserweights going. So we're gonna have Chavo and Gregory against the Mexicals, Super Crazy and Psychosis, pushing that. Well, I don't want to say tag division, that cruiserweight division. Right. So now we're gonna have big match to get. Oh, look at Lashley's. Wow, that was that grueling match he had with Undertaker last week. But we're gonna go for Booker T, Bobby Lashley. Ooh. And
the music in this game is so good.
It's so good.
Oh god.
And the US champ defends for the 3rd week in a row. I believe it's the 3rd week in a row. Don't correct me if I'm wrong.
We need to speak to the board of directors in NFW. Just have one show where they play this music. All the soundtrack. That would be amazing.
Ken Kennedy and Booker T have decided who's going to get the match. It's going to be Ken Kennedy, and the next week, Booker T will face the winner of either Undertaker or Ken Kennedy. He receives the next title shot.
Interesting.
Let's see who we're... Triple H, he's been left out. What's going on? Let's have Triple H cut a promo. Lovely. Let's have Triple H just reminding everyone he's still here. Oh, wow, look, everyone's unhappy all of a sudden. There's no mutiny net, though. We're still the top brand.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you, because I'm way up there in the ratings.
Nah, we're alright.
Are you going to give the boogeyman an
we're
interview
alright
spot?
for that. What we're going to do is we're going to... Ooh, title match hype. Look at that. I still haven't crowned tag team champs or cruiserweight champ. That's not me though. That's the game. Not allowing my...
Yeah, whenever I'm losing, I always blame it on the game.
So now we're going to have everyone working this week. So we're going to have tag team action. Joey Mercury, Johnny Nitro versus that team again of Finley and the Boogeyman.
I love it.
Let's just make sure So we got Benjamin Umaga getting it on in the parking lot. We got Bobby Lashley, Booker T, World Heavyweight Championship hype, Undertaker, Ken Kennedy, Rey Mysterio, V Snitsky with Mickey James at his side. That crazy Mickey James. Triple H with the interview. He's clearly going to talk about Shawn Michaels or Vince McMahon or whatever it is he talks about these days. Then we're kicking off. Then we're carrying on with Chavo and Gregory against the Mexicals and a submission match between Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels, and that will steal the rating this week.
Yeah, well, in your dreams. So let's go to the #1 brand, the red brand, the good one, Raw. So first things first, I want to check my... No, not here. I want to check my Power 25 as well. Let's just forget about the blue brand ones. We just need to focus on ours. So we have Batista, John Cena, Mick Foley, Randy Orton, who in theory the three of them could be contenders for the WWE Championship. I like that. We also have the World Tag Team Champions, Carlito and Chris Masters, Edge and Lita, Rob Van Dam, the Intercontinental Champion Matt Hardy, Melina, that's fine. Ric Flair, JBL, Great Khali and Trish Stratus. I like the fact that Trish Stratus apparently and Tori Wilson can both fight for the Intercontinental Championship. That's always a good shout. And just rounding up, it's Kane on 15th place. Alright, that's interesting. But this is the go-home show for Backlash, so I need to put out a very, very good show. And I have an idea. Well, before we do that, I just want to check. Rivalries will be on roster. Yeah, rivalries. Yes, couple of thumbs up. So we have Khali and the Big Show, and we have Edge and Orton versus Mick Foley. I like it. Because what I want to do today is have a massive main event where we are going to have a tag team with manager. We are going to have Edge and Randy Orton versus the team of Batista and Matt Hardy. Where's Matt Hardy? Where's Matt Hardy? Matt Hardy, there he is.
Because
he's the
he's
Intercontinental
already a
Champion
main
and the
eventer.
WWE Champion, facing off against Edge and Randy Orton with, guess who? Mick Foley as the manager for Matt Hardy and Batista. This is going to be our main event, and straight away I want to... Oh, that's cool. That's fine. I want to start the show.
About the ratings this week.
I'm gonna start the show with the Women's Championship match. Oh yeah, we're going for it. We're gonna have Lita, the #1 contender, facing off against Melina. This is gonna start our show hot. And then I would like to have a... Nope, that's not what I want. I would like to have... I would like to have... Where is it? I would like to have a bar brawl between the Great Khali and the Big Show. So the Great Khali is going to attack the Big Show in a barroom brawl. Then we're going to have... What would I want? I've been thinking about... yeah, I've been thinking about something, and I do need some... I need another face, so I'm going to bring... I'm going to bring William Regal to prominence. He's going to become a good guy, and he's going to straight away have a match with one half of the tag team champions, Chris Masters. Heck yeah. This is going to be a banger. William Regal versus Chris Masters. And I would like to also have another singles match where we're going to see the other half of the tag team champions, Carlito, facing off against Rob Van Dam, Mr. Monday Night. Hell yeah. Cool. What should I do here? Let me check what inactive superstars I still have. I have Tori Wilson and Trish Stratus. I'm thinking of a main event for the pre-show to determine yet another #1 contender. I also have Ric Flair, Kane, John Cena, JBL, and Daivari. I am going, because I only have one more match on the show, I'm going to do... I'm going to do a triple threat match with Ric Flair. We're going to have a triple threat match with Ric Flair, John Cena, and JBL. Boom. So once again, I'm going to put the stack on JBL. If JBL wins this triple threat match, I will give him an Intercontinental Championship opportunity later on. Might not be the pay-per-view, because I have something else planned for the pay-per-view, but it will be later on. I will remember this. So JBL...
He's certainly getting a lot of chances.
Oh, JBL?
I think someone's been paying someone if JBL's got a lot of money. Yeah.
The money talks, that's all I'm going to say. Nothing else, nothing else. Money talks.
Then we can't buy a match though.
In the meantime, I'm going to give some interview space to Mr. Kane, because he believes he deserves a championship opportunity at Backlash. So we're going to hear from him. So that's going to be my show. But on the main event of the pre-show on Heat, I'd like to make something interesting, but I think I can only do this for the ladies. So it is going to be Trish Stratus versus Tori Wilson for a future opportunity at the Women's Championship. Boom! That's booked. That's a better show. There's no questions about it. Everything's ready. Everything's set. I don't know about you, but I'm happy with it. Boom! Are you ready to simulate?
You may as well go first then.
Yeah, let's go for it. Right, I'll be very careful not to skip anything. So, let's see. Tori Wilson. Tori Wilson. She won the match. Tori, that's fine. Just marking this down. Then, back on the main show. Lita is the new women's championship. She bested Melina. So, Lita is a new... Alright. Lita. Cool. Lita becomes the women's champion in the opening for this Raw. Then on the second match, Big Show bested the Great Khali and gets some revenge for last week. It seems like the Great Khali is not as strong as he seems to be without Daivari. Interesting. Interesting thought for the future. Then we had Chris Masters besting William Regal, even though William Regal was drawing the power of the fans. You can certainly see that sometimes the fans don't give you enough power. Maybe you should learn something about this, Richy. Anyway, then we have Carlito. Carlito is on a winning streak, this time besting Rob Van Dam in what I assume is going to be a show stealer, for sure. Then, guess what? Guess what? He finally showed that he deserved it. JBL won against the legend Ric Flair and another legend in the making, John Cena, back then, at least, and will be getting a championship opportunity in the future for the Intercontinental Championship. Boom. Finally, in the main event, we've got Edge and Randy Orton were still able to overcome the team of the WWE Champion Batista and the Intercontinental Champion Matt Hardy, even with the help of Mick Foley, and they won, and they go with a lot of momentum to Backlash. Boom. Let's see what you have to offer.
Right, so tag team action to kick heat off in the pre-show main event. Finlay and the Boogeyman pick up a big victory over the cocky M&M. Umaga caught Shelton Benjamin by surprise. I'm assuming Samoan spiked him off a roof or something. And
Samoa spiked him
Booker
off a roof.
Booker T going into the US Championship match next week with the momentum. Big win over Bobby Lashley. And let's see who he'll be facing. He's facing The Undertaker next week. It's Booker T versus The Undertaker in a match that I don't think has ever happened.
Booker T versus Undertaker?
In a singles match.
Wow.
In a singles? I mean, I know there was the Invasion stuff, but that was...
Probably. I actually can't remember like a feud between Booker T and Undertaker.
Maybe. Snitsky picking up the win again. Second victory over Rey Mysterio. Mickey James, catalyst for success. Eminem with the big victory. Not Eminem, sorry. The Mexicals with a big victory.
Over Chavo Guerrero, Gregory Helms.
And the main event, Shawn Michaels with a submission match picked up a huge victory over Kurt Angle. So our new champ is Shawn Michaels, ladies and gentlemen. What does that mean for Triple H? What does it mean for DX? Who knows? I'm sure Triple H would have said something in his interview space, but we'll just have to wait until next week to find out. So the fan change Smackdown plus 20,000.
Well.
Bringing it out.
Well.
Raw with 3 stars. Smackdown, I assume, also with 3 stars.
Yeah, 3 stars. Well. The gap might be closing. But then again, I mean, you had to pull out all the tricks and tips, everything, to try and beat me because I have a pay-per-view. Guess what? In the pay-per-view, I'm gonna whoop your behind. Oh, heck yeah.
Oh. Daivari with only 1 week left. New champion, that's right. Shawn Michaels. It's a moment that'll be remembered for quite some time. I'm sure there'll be a rematch in the next few weeks. The United States champion remains, that's right, Undertaker, cementing his US championship legacy, and a great match enjoyed by all. Raw's Edge came up, 1 task in mind to win, and 3 stars. Maybe because Matt Hardy was in it though.
Well, that is quite an interesting show. Yeah, that was quite. I'm very hyped for Backlash. Very hyped for Backlash. I don't know about you, but all I'm expecting is next week to see that Raw fans plus, I don't know, 1.5 million. I won't be happy with any less than that.
Well, ladies and gents, this has been the end of episode 4. Join us next time as we go into Backlash and we see if I'm able to keep hold of my Smackdown or if some of them will jump ship. Be sure to tune in for the rest of the episodes on YouTube at youtube.com/New Force Wrestling, not just for these videos, matches, promo, everything to do with NFW. That's the place to spot it. Or Facebook, facebook.com/New Force Wrestling. I've been Richy Delight.
And I've been Andre Soares.
And we look forward to seeing you next time.